Just give me a second. Okay. So I really don't have much today. The only update I have is that I am working on the next project we can possibly do. Right now, I'm still creating the reference architecture for the project, and I'm also trying to understand what we should do. So I want the project to be a data. I always forget how to. It's pretty much going to be like a data engineering project where we will get a data from somewhere and we would move the data from one location to the other. And while we are moving the data, we'll also process that data and store it. We'll process the data and store it in a format that is usable for the end users. The idea for this project came from one of the students that I used to mentor that got a job, and that is what he's currently doing at work now. So I figure I figure we'll do a project where we will just move data from one location to the other. And it is something we haven't done with all the other projects. We've pretty much done different type of projects, but I think this one is new. So I think it will be a good project. Um, Still creating the reference architecture. And for now, this is what I came up with. It looks something like this. Let me zoom in. Okay. So basically from what I'm trying to do, we will have, and this can change right now, it's just an idea. Here I have a lambda function and it could be any, well, here I have a lambda function. So this lambda function represents the first step in our application where this lambda function will get some type of data some from whatever source we are getting the data from. So this lambda function will be pulling the data. I want us to do something that has to do with credit card statement or like a billing statement or something like that. But there are a lot of sites online where you can get fake data. It wouldn't be anything real. It would just be fake data. But I want it to be something that has to do with just some type of information we can use, right? So the one I can think of now is just the one I can think of now is some type of billing statement. So this lambda function will get that information. Once it gets it, it will be stored in the queue. And once it is stored in the queue, this lambda function would retrieve each of those work from the queue. And this lambda function will be responsible for storing the raw version of the data we got in S3. And this lambda function is also going to organize the data in the format we want, pretty much clean up the data and store the cleanup version of that data in a DynamoDB table. Then after that, we can have some type of logs where we can log whatever, uh, we, we can log the outputs for this process. So that's what I'm thinking of. When I spoke to my students for what he was working on at work, it was similar to this. I also have the API gateway here. Since we will be pulling data from API, I want to use this API gateway in this process too. I want to use this API gateway in this application, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use it. So I just have I so I just have it here now for just something to think about. And as I work on this reference architecture, it will be clear what we need to do. So this is pretty much an idea of the data engineering project we'll work on. And also for this project, we would complete it with Terraform. So it won't be a project that we would complete in the management console because I want you guys to still have reference to it. We'll complete it with Terraform so that way you can destroy everything after it is done and you can run your Terraform apply anytime you need to apply just to be able to work with this project. Yeah, so this is my idea for the next project. It is not completed yet, but as I continue to work on it, once it is ready, we can just start working on it together the same way we worked on the other projects we just recently completed. And for those of you that are not here yet, that you are still working on the projects in your account, continue to work on that. By the time you get here, this project are recorded. There will be the recordings will be available for you to watch. And by the time you are ready to work on a more advanced project like this, we'll also have new project ideas that we can work on together. So no need to rush through the projects in your account to get here. Just continue to work on the projects in your account. And by the time you get here, you'll be able to complete this project, and there will also be other new projects that we will work on together. So that's pretty much the update that I have. Does anyone have any questions, or do you guys have anything you want me to help you troubleshoot?
I do, but I have to bring it up first. I'm trying to bring everything up before I show you.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
All right. Does anyone else have any question?
I do access.
Okay, sir. Is it something you want? Is it you
Yeah,
want
I
me to
can
help you
share.
trouble?
I can share it to you right now.
Okay, great.
Okay. I ran this project, deploy pipeline. So it gave me this. It gave me this error. So uh, so it says the an error occur invalid parameter when calling um, this repository. Created repository, something name is not right. So I tried to troubleshoot it several times. I couldn't get where the error was. So
Okay,
and
okay. Um, just a second. Can you go into your YAML file,
YAML
your pipeline file?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You just go to the job that is creating the ECR repository. No, it's not. Close this one. Yeah, in that one, in this one. Yeah, just scroll down to the job that's creating your ECR.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second.
Yes.
Repository. Okay. Go in that pipeline that is failing. Can I see what error it is showing there?
Oh, let's see it more clearly. Let me see.
Create ECR repository.
Hold on. Let me see. Is the error is some.
No, it's right there. It's fine. So click on the one that has the red circle.
Okay.
Um and okay, run. Why does it have that line?
Fail to satisfy
Line,
constraint.
line there. So it's probably you probably have a typo somewhere in your code. Okay. So now go back to your pipeline file again. All right. So you have your repository. Okay. It's true. Move on to later. We check if pipeline exists. That one was successful. Run AWS create repository environment image name. So what is your image name? Can I see your can I see your TFVAS file? So where did you have your image name? Okay, right there. Friends don't have. All right. Which one? What is um what is your pipeline exporting? So that's probably where the issue is. Can you the image name there is right? Can you go back to your pipelines, your GitHub Actions pipeline? Why is there a that orange thing over there? Press that. You see where that run is? Press that arrow next to the run. No, not there.
This
Where
one.
the one that's failing, where the red circle is, there's a run. The where that's the run. Yeah, right under it. The run one. Yeah, click that. You can see. I don't think your image name is populated. So there, your number 9 repo name, image name. I don't think those are populating in your pipeline. That has just as like a dash line there. That's where the issue is. So where we are exporting that would be on the that would be on the first one where we are the second job where we are building the AWS infrastructure. So first, I'll just review where your code is in there. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Can you go to your pipeline, where this job is in your pipeline? So go back to that GitHub Actions pipeline. All right. Check. Scroll up. Oh, okay. Click on that build AWS infrastructure job on the left side, the one before the one that failed.
This one, right?
Mm-hmm. And get image name, the one that says get Terraform output image name. Can you select that drop down? Yeah, that one. No, image name, that one. Select that under it. Yeah. I think the issue is where in your pipeline it is not populating this very well in it. So that means you probably have a typo somewhere in it. So catching it would be so the two places will be where we were exporting those values are false. Then the next one is checking those values to see if your pipeline is using it. So go back to your file again. Let's review it. I know I'll just look at it from there.
Can I suggest something?
Say it
Yeah,
again.
go ahead.
No, I said, can I suggest something?
Yeah, sure.
Can we, the command we are running, right? Can we run the Terraform outputs, just that command, Terraform output raw image name in your terminal and see what the actual result is? Because it's the result of that command that's echoing into the echoing
Okay.
into image name. So I don't know if you have the Terraform, what's it called? If you have Terraform
You mean
apply.
this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so can you run Terraform? I don't know how long it's gonna take if you run Terraform apply on the just in general and
Um.
build the infrastructure and then run that command. So no, not that one. So you run line 52.
50.
So you see line 52.
Okay.
So you run Terraform output raw image. Do you have, yeah, you have,
Since it doesn't have Terraform apply, it won't. I don't think
you
that
I
don't
will.
haven't I haven't run Terraform apply.
okay. So
I did Terraform init, so not apply.
okay, so maybe if you run Terraform apply in your local, in your environment right now, if it's successful, then you will run Terraform outputs dash raw image name, then we grep it and we do that, then then we should see what that command is outputting, because that's what's outputting into the image name, right?
Yeah, but the issue would be in the pipeline, how is command is structured in this pipeline will be different from how it is structured in Terraform. You understand? So the only thing we can check on the Terraform side is outputs dot. Can I check your outputs.tf file on your Terraform side and just see what that looks like?
This one.
Yeah. Right. You understand what happened? If we run that command, right, the one you are right in your thought process, but what I'm saying is if we run that command, it would only give you whatever these outputs are.
Well, yeah, so it will give us the outputs, but then if we grep and tail it as well, because again, the
Give us
result
the error.
we will get an error.
You said if we run and tail it, it will give us
Yes,
the
we should
error.
we will get an error.
I'm asking.
Yeah. So it's because I'm saying it's the result of that command that goes into the GitHub action environments value. So whatever so if that command is successful, then we know there's something wrong with that command. That's why it's not populated as expected in the GitHub environment value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just a suggestion just to see, because that's one thing I always do if I'm having issues with things like this is
Yeah,
to
I
actually
agree.
run the command locally and see what the result is. Because at the end of the day, it's the same, and it's the same like Linux environment. It's the same command we're
Mm-hmm.
running locally that it's being run in the pipeline, in the pipeline, right? So
Yeah, so the first thing I'm trying to check is just if its syntax is correct. So, yeah, we can
When quick something. When I check it on the hold on 1 second. When I check it on check the errors on ChatGPT, it says is may make sure you have AWS CLI and JQ installed in your GitHub action environment for this script to work correctly. So
yeah, that's not the issue because CLI most likely comes with
the, the
the
JQ.
GitHub actions we are using. So
So should
that's
I
not
run
the
this command now? Should I run Terraform apply then?
Let's check your syntax first. That's what I'm trying to check. I want to make sure your syntax is correct before we start running the commands. So can you go back to your outputs.tf file, please?
I did not even touch anything on the output.tf.
You didn't touch anything. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't touch.
Okay. All right. Let's did you test this when did you test did you run it locally before you started running it in GitHub Actions?
No, I just used the Terraform in it alone.
Okay, and you did the plan and it was
No, I didn't do the Terraform plan.
so I think we need to deploy it locally first, just to
yeah.
actually from the syntax.
That was what
right? Yeah.
yeah. So you have to test it locally to make sure all your values you are putting in it works before you deploy it with GitHub Actions.
Okay.
So first you have to go in your deploy pipeline and delete whatever infrastructure your pipeline has created. So go back to this deploy file, your YAML file.
Should I delete all this?
No, yes, you have to do it from the YAML file.
Okay. Delete this, right?
No, you have to go into your into your GitHub Actions .github actions folder, and no, you're still in the same place.
So your deploy
Your deploy
pipeline is the next tab.
So go back to Visual Studio Code. It will be in Visual Studio Code.
Mm.
Your GitHub Actions, you already have it open there, but yes, this one, deploy pipeline. So your environment variables that the environment variable that you use to apply, you just have to change that to destroy. So scroll back up, don't scroll down. On line 56. Just a second. Is that the... No, that's not it. Sorry. Not line 56. Change it back. It should be ratio. Scroll up.
I think it's up.
No, yeah, it should be on the first part of it, not in this job. Keep scrolling up. Keep scrolling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11. So it's going to be a new pipeline. So you have to go back out. You have to click home. No, you can click home summary next to that or click that one. But I always just click the home, the one that has the summary. Then you should see the new pipeline run. You can select that one that's running. You can click on it so that way you can see the outputs if there's any issue with it. So whichever one is running the yellow circle, you can select it. It would show you the outputs.
Victor, load the CD, load the CD.
Okay. All right. So now go back to your Terraform code in Visual Studio Code. All right, you can go to your Terraform directory and run Terraform init and Terraform apply there. So it will be in Visual Studio Code, but it will be in your directories in your folder. So before you run it, let's fix your NAT gateway stuff. So select the NAT gateway file. Change line 3 to domain equals VPC. Line 3 and 12. VPC with a quote.
Say it again.
With a quote around the VPC.
Okay. I wanted to ask you this question before I keep forgetting.
Right. Save it.
Do I push it?
No, you don't have to push it now. Just run in your terminal, just run Terraform init and Terraform. Okay, run Terraform apply and apply. You can apply it. While that is running, can you copy your pipeline file and send it to me send to me on Slack? I want to compare it. So I want to check if there's any typo in it as well. Yeah. So when you are pasting it, do it in the code.
In the code.
Yeah, so you see that, why doesn't yours have it? Click that, click on the plus sign under there. Where
Here.
no, in your message, you see where you have the plus sign. Where you can send the message, there's a plus sign next to it, the A. So you see where you about type the message, where your cursor is now. In the
Yeah,
message, as is the plus sign right under it.
I
Where
can't see it.
where it says message, maybe your Zoom is blocking it.
Yes, it's blocking it.
So it says where it says message as is, there's a plus sign right under it. So you might probably have to
Okay,
move
yeah.
your Zoom. So
Okay,
yeah,
I've
that
done
one.
it.
So it's not there. So click the what about the other one? The
Canvas,
no, click out of there. The last option on that line.
this
That one.
one.
Yeah. Yours is not, I don't know why yours is, no, that's not it. So backspace there. That's not it. Paste your code in there. I'm not sure why yours is not showing. You should have the code thing showing for you. So oh, you know what? Just send that file to me instead of doing it that way. Send your deploy pipeline file to me. This won't work because it will probably mess up the syntax.
Wait, and type the capital A and small a.
Say it again.
Type the next to the plus sign, the button next to the plus sign, capital A and small a.
Should I delete this one?
Yeah, remove this here. You can remove this.
Just press Control Z, Control Z. Press it again. There you go. Backspace here.
Then press that next to it. No, next to it.
This one?
Yes. Then there's the
Oh,
code
okay.
there. So from the right, second from the right.
It's the last one.
Yeah.
This one?
No, that the second one. That one. So
Yeah.
what have that
Block.
one would do a single line and that one would do like a whole code block.
So I should use this one?
Yes, click that and paste your stuff in it. Thank you, Wahab. I didn't even know that was how you get that. I just learned something too. Okay. And send it. Thank you.
It's run successfully here now.
Okay. Let's see. Your output is populating. So you see what I mean, Wahab? Is output is populating in Terraform. right?
Yeah.
So it means the issue is not how Terraform is populating the outputs because the values are there. The issue will be in how its pipeline is retrieving those files. So, which means there might probably be like a syntax error in the code for the jobs that is retrieving the outputs from the Terraform file. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Can we run one more thing? Can we go
Yeah,
to
sure.
the pipeline code again? So that command that we use so where is that command? The one that has the tail.
Go to the pipe, Mr. Larry, go to the deploy pipeline YAML. You can close your terminal for now. Oh yeah, that's fine.
So where is it?
It would be on, keep scrolling up. Uh, Scroll up. Just look for the one that has your image name, image tag. So image tag is there. Scroll up. Scroll up. I think you scroll back down too far. Yeah, keep scrolling up. Image tag, I think is above image tag, so you have to scroll up a little bit more.
Image tag here.
Yeah,
Terraform output image tag.
scroll up. It's right, yes, right there. Then that one. Scroll up. Yeah, right here. Stop for line 52.
Line 52. Yeah, so we copy that from Terraform outputs. Just copy the full command up until 1 without the last bracket. Yeah, just copy that and run that in the terminal and let's see what the result is.
Oh, so yes, since he's using a Windows computer,
Yeah, one of
it won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to come up, use like a.
Linux.
So you can paste that same command you ran in ChatGPT and tell it to convert it to PowerShell for you. PowerShell command. So it may give you the right one, or Claude does a better job at giving you the right ones too. So you can try either one. So I'm just comparing the files now with mine and seeing if there's any error in it. I think I found the issue though, but give me a second.
I'll go off the page. It works.
Yeah, so that works. So it's not the command, so we've ruled that out. So it has to be something else somewhere.
Yes. Could it be the host name that the VPC name that we changed from VPC to domain that made it work?
No, sorry, I didn't understand that part. We changed.
You know, at the initial stage of the code, where we change I think it's here, not
Not
gateway.
gateway.
Yeah, we change the
No, I think
domain,
it's
we
fine.
change
It
to,
wasn't a variable, right? We didn't have it as we didn't have that field as a variable, so I think that's fine.
Yeah, so did the command work? Sorry, I had to step away a little bit.
Yeah, it worked.
yes.
It worked when
Okay.
when it was converted to PowerShell. So
Okay.
I don't think that.
So I found the issue. But I want to show you how I did it, right?
Okay.
Okay, let me stop sharing. I'll share my screen.
Let me stop sharing then. Stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay. So here, this is my pipeline, and I just pretty much copy your code and created a file and add your code to it, which this is your code. So once you have those two files there, all I did was just in Visual Studio Code, you can right click on your file, any of the file, it doesn't matter. So I'm right clicking on your file here and I'm going to choose select for compare. Then I'm going to right click on my file and I'm going to select compare with selected. So it should give me the result. So it compared it and it's giving me the results. So what this is telling me is the difference between your file and my file. So this is my file here, and this is your file on the left side, right? So you can see in your file, you added some comments to it, which is fine because I'm not really concerned about those, that's fine. So here I'm just looking at the syntax in your code and you can see everything looks identical, right? Right up to the point where I got to your image name, which is where you are having issue. So you can see the issue is you didn't set your working directory. So this is mine and this is yours. So you see here, we are setting the working directories for where we want the Terraform code to run. So right now, since you didn't set the working directory, it is just running this step in the root directory, which is not where your Terraform code is, right? But the thing about that command is when you run it, since it's just an output, if it doesn't work, it's not going to fail. So that's why your pipeline didn't fail. So that's the issue.
Okay.
Right. Going
Let
to
me,
stop.
should I
Sorry.
display the,
Yeah, let me stop sharing. You can share. Thank you, Wahab. So when you guys are troubleshooting, the main purpose of, I always emphasize on when we troubleshoot stuff, you have to look at everything. So Wahab's thought process is also right. Since you don't know where the error can be coming from, you have to look at, first you have to narrow it down to where the error is coming from, which we narrow down to that output command. Then once we've done that, then we have to just look at everything we can look at to make sure that there's no syntax error. So all the steps we've taken so far to troubleshoot the issue is correct.
Thank you.
Did you update it?
No, I want to run Terraform destroy, then
Okay,
update.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, but as long as you don't push it, your pipeline won't start. So Yeah, but that's a good idea. Just run Terraform destroy. Yeah. Yeah, stop right there. Line 50. Don't push it yet until your destroy is complete. Because if you push it, your pipeline is going to stop and it's going to conflict with your Terraform you are running locally because they both use the same state file. All right. Another thing we can change in your pipeline is, can you go to your Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code, your GitHub Actions uh, console? I want to show you guys something. So when you are running your pipeline, and if you see those warning sign, all you have to do is just most likely probably update the action. Maybe there's a different version of the action we are using, and you just have to update it, and that should fix majority of those warning signs. So, Mr. Henry, can you go to your GitHub Actions?
Yeah.
Are you sharing it? Maybe you only
Oh,
I'm
so
only seeing your Terraform page.
let me share
I
that.
think you only shared that one. Yeah.
Okay. Are you seeing my full screen now?
No, I'm still just saying your Visual Studio Code. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see. So, um, click on one of your jobs that you run, one of the pipeline you run. To click on it, you just have to select the name of it, the name of your commit on the right side. Yeah, and scroll down. All right. So you see here where you have those warnings, where you have the ECR repository. So it's saying, you see, it's just telling you those actions are depreciated, even though it will still work, but they're just giving you a warning sign that those actions are depreciated. So all you have to do is, and when you guys are working on this, right? The way I always do it is go back to Visual Studio Code. So the actions is on the AWS credentials job, pretty much all the jobs you've created so far. So don't close your terminal. Go to your deploy YAML file and scroll up. So you're already in that file, just scroll up, right? And so the first job is configure AWS credentials. Scroll down a little bit, stop, right? So for this job, that is the actions we are using, right? On line 20, where it says actions / configure AWS credentials, right? All you have to do is copy that and paste it in Google. It will take you to the documentation of that actions. Then you can check if
Yeah.
there is a latest version of it. Then whatever they have there as the latest version, you just have to paste it here. So when you guys are troubleshooting that warning, that's all you have to do. And in my, I think the latest version on that one is. So you can see that's the documentation, the first one. AWS actions, configure AWS credentials, right? And here, just go to their examples section. Yeah, scroll down.
Yeah.
Oh, you can scroll down. They will have it down there. So you don't have to click on that one. So in their README file, keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. Yeah. Keep
Readme.
scrolling down. No, it's down here somewhere. Using actions, keep scrolling down. Yeah, keep scrolling down. You'll see. Just keep scrolling down. You'll see wherever they have like a sample code. Yeah, right here, right? You can see here, they have how to, whatever they have in here, that's the latest one. Yeah, I'll just copy
So
that.
instead of 16, it's now 4.
Yeah, that's whatever the version, their latest version is. So I'll just copy that and use it in the. And you'll do the same thing for the next job. The next job is this one. No, you scroll down too far. The actions is always at the top of it where the job is about to start. No, so the next job is the one that says deploy AWS infrastructure. Don't scroll, stop. Scroll up a little bit. No, you're scrolling down, scroll up. Yeah, stop right there. Right. So for every job, right, everything we are trying to do, there's like an actions for it. So no, that is a different action, right? The action you pasted in the first one, that's the one to configure your AWS credentials. Yeah, you have to look for this one and find the latest one.
So another tip is maybe if you go back to that GitHub, scroll all the way to the top. We can just go to GitHub, the marketplace for actions, and all the actions are there. So all the way to the top, like, yeah. So click on view on marketplace. Yeah. So just maybe go back one, click on actions. No. So actions. Yeah, maybe market. Yeah. So you can just search for, pretty much any action that you're looking for. So if it's Terraform, you can search for Terraform or checkout, and then so maybe remove the version to just type checkout. Checkout.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put the
Remove
version 3
remove the
because
version.
it will
Oh, you mean
pin
remove it. Okay.
it will pin it directly to that one. Remove the one whatever is that. Yeah.
Yeah, so so you can see the good, again, you always want to look for the ones that says creator verified by GitHub, because that's the one that's those are the ones that are like, GitHub recommends. And then here you have the documentation. It's always going to be up to date, and the
Yeah.
usage,
Yeah.
all the
So
different fields and everything, it's there.
yeah, that's see that I always just copy paste it, go into like the repository itself and copy the version from there. But this is very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the documentation is very, very helpful. It's much cleaner than GitHub. You can find different. So you can do the same. You can even check for the Terraform one as well. If the
Yeah.
Terraform is not updated.
So the Terraform one too, you need to update that one too as well. Yeah. And then the last one you need to update is your the one we used to create the ECR repository. So just update all of it.
Yeah. So instead of copying, just go back to that marketplace
So
and it's
yeah.
Terraform, and you see it. You'll see the updated one.
So it's called setup Terraform. So here, just go back. You're already done with that one. So press back once more. And scroll up and search for Terraform in that search box. Set up Terraform, the one on the right side. Go down right there. So this one, the setup Terraform is on version 3. And the last one is your ECR one. Scroll down to the next job. So this just keep scrolling down to your ECR job. Yeah, right here. Stop. All right, line 153. Oh no. Oh, checkout. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the one, the checkout you use. So you can, I think the checkout one, what was that one on version 4? But you can look for it here. So go back one more. You have to press backspace to your marketplace again and search for it. So checkout, type checkout. I think that was on 4. But
It was for them.
oh wait, before you push it, you have to delete those stuff away from your the Terraform directory and all that stuff.
This one, right? And
Yeah.
this one.
You have to remove the other one too. All right, now you can push your.
If I push it without Terraform in it again to create that those folder, do you think it will work?
What was your question?
If I push it now without first running Terraform in it, initialize, will it work?
Yes, the pipeline will run it.
Okay.
The pipeline is running your Terraform apply for you. It's not yeah, it will work pretty much. So I think you already made a commit. It might give you an error, but you can push it and see. Oh no, you haven't. So yeah, just click commit. So we are preparing the Terraform code and we are giving that code to the pipeline. The pipeline is the one that is going to run the Terraform in it. That is why here you have it. If you go on your AWS infrastructure job, that is what that job is doing. That job is applying the Terraform code. Can you click on that job name?
This one.
Mhm. So when your job is running, it's good to like just select it so that way you can see the output. If there's any error, you will know because it will print out the outputs while the job is running. Okay, I know what's wrong. You have to change your
Try
you
to.
have to change your stuff to apply is on destroy.
Hmm.
You only select the job that is running. Whichever one is running would either be showing the orange or the green. You can refresh your page. Sometimes it gets stuck there. Just refresh your page and you should see the output. Yeah. Sometimes it does that where it doesn't print the output. It's fine. Once it is done, it will move on to the next one. All right, so it worked. And your ECR repository ran. So you didn't have that error. Okay. You're probably unmuted in case if you're speaking, but that is it.
Yeah, I said it succeed.
Yeah,
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Wow. Thank you.
all right. Um, all right. Shamika, is do you still want to share what you are having issue with? And does anyone else need help troubleshooting anything?
I'm still creating all my resources, so I'm almost finished now.
Okay. Which project is that?
This is assignment one. I did the first task, but I read a few scripts for the second one,
Mm-hmm.
task two. And it's just when I get to the script, it's something issue. I'm me trying to download it from the zip file from GitHub.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we can look at it together. You have to, as long as if you are, but those
this is
ones you don't have to create any infrastructure because isn't it just using your regular default VPC?
yeah, right. But I think because I had deleted everything. I don't know. I just wanted to clean everything up and then start everything over the security group.
Okay.
But it's using the default VPC. But I did the second one like how the first assignment is with the security groups, not the security, with the auto scaling,
Oh, I
launching the
see. I see.
template through auto scaling. So it was fine until they got to that part, and I kept getting one part would say I would get like a 403, and then I fixed that, and then it just says like fail gateway. So it was just not fail gateway, it was just saying failed. The help check kept failing. So that I had put it in the chat, and I did forget to add the install Apache server. I add that to the script, and I put that in, and it still wasn't working.
Okay.
So I just wanted to recreate just to backtrack my steps and see
Do you want us
where the
to
error is
test
at.
it? Do you think the issue is in your script or just in your infrastructure? Because if it is in your script, we can test your script just using a default VPC and just launching an EC2 instance in it and testing it.
Um, I feel like it's in my script because when you launch it, the EC2, before I like when I launched the EC2, I tried launching it at EC2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the opposite of just doing it with the security group, it would run, and then it would get when it gets down to that script part, it's like it's not knowing where to go to find it in GitHub. I use my pathway gateway, but my path of my GitHub to the file is a little different from the script that you provided.
I see.
So I mean I could bring it up
Yeah,
and let me
sure.
just
And is your repository public repository or is it private?
yes,
Uh,
it's public.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see.
So that could be the issue, maybe the path to your file. See, if your repository is public, how I always get the link is I just always get the download link for the zip file, and that is what I
Hmm.
use in my script. Uh, so just share your screen, I'll show you.
Okay. Try to find my file real quick. It's- Trying to find where I'm gonna put my script at here.
Okay.
Uh, then here we go. Okay. So I think it's the second script.
All right.
So this is I just made it how you had it
Mm-hmm.
on the in the Word file.
All right. So the first thing we're going to test is if, since your repository is public, when you run that your wget command, it should be able to download your zip file, right?
Mm-hmm.
So copy, so that also means that if you paste the URL after your wget in your web browser, it should download a zip file for you.
Right, but you see here, right? Like I was going to change it back when I try to do it identical to where how yours,
Okay.
because this is how yours look on the Word document. It has that same
Sure.
script. My file is not that same path. So you see when I get on GitHub, my file says blub, I think blub,
Yeah,
and
I
then it has
understand.
like yeah, like so it's different. So I just did it that way to try to see if that's the issue, but it's not no file to give me a 404. So
Okay.
let me go to
So
my
what I'm
GitHub real quick.
so I'm saying like copy that this the URL you have in your wget command, paste it in the browser.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I paste this right here, it gives me like a 404,
So that then
which
that
let me know
means
it's
that
a
is
GIF
not
file.
the then that means it's not the right path to your file.
Right, and so the right path to my file, when I do that one, I don't know if it's
So
still
press that
giving it.
one. All right, cool. So now go to your repository.
Okay. Aaliyah, give me my phone real quick. Come here. I need my phone. Hold on. Put my multi-factor in. I just want to put my multi-factor in real quick.
You're
This is
fine.
asking
Yeah,
for
take your time.
something. Okay, so when I go to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I go in here, it gives me a.
All right.
This is
So
where my path is at.
this is where we how we get the link. So go back to where the home page of your repository.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean not homepage of that repository.
Oh, okay.
Then you see where you have code.
Mm-hmm.
If you select that, if you click that download zip, right, that would download the zip file for you. So to get the
Right.
link of that, you just have to right click on it and select copy link. So right click on that download zip
Mm-hmm.
and click copy
Link address.
link address. Yeah.
Okay.
That is what you use for your wget.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
So if I put
if
it in
you
here, it'll
put
look
it
like
there,
this then.
exactly.
I was wondering when y'all got that from site because it's not showing me. But I thought it's weird because okay, so even though I have that in the script, because you see I have that in the script, I have to do that first so it
Mhm.
will find it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
yeah,
as long as your repository is public, that is how you get that download zip file because that is the button to download it in GitHub. So
okay,
you just get that link and that's the link you use wget to download on your server.
okay.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I did everything the same. I knew it was this because it was only when I went and launched the data, and I
Mhm.
backtracked it and it got here. It kept saying it couldn't find the file. So
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. The way I learned this link thing was actually very embarrassing for me. It was at work. I was working with something with in the repository, and the guy was telling
mhm.
me to download the zip file, and I was like, he was telling me to download the code, and I said, how do I download it? And he just showed me, said, no, you download it from right here. And I've been using the
uh
repository all this time, and I didn't know you can download it that way. So
Right, right.
that was
I didn't know you
how
had to
I
right
learned
click
it.
on it. Yeah, I was like the zip is there, but like I just knew that my file path didn't look the same as your file path. And then when I try it out, I was like, I'm not getting the even when tried mine, it would not download the zip. So I was like, something is going on with actually something inside the script.
Yeah,
I knew that much. So-
yeah. So that's the issue. So you should be good.
okay, all right. That
All
was
right.
it. That's all I had.
All right, no problem. All right. Does anyone else have any
Is
questions?
this
Yeah, I mean, yeah, after I'll get with you.
all right?
Do you have any question now, or you just want us to?
No, that would
Yeah.
be after. Don't mind.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any question? You need help troubleshooting anything? Okay. Well, that will pretty much be it for today's class then. Um,
Okay.
you guys continue to work on your project. I had someone else text me this morning that he actually got 2 offers. I told him to share with you guys. He said he will share with you guys when he's ready. So he might message you guys in the Slack channel to uh, share with you guys. Is someone I'm very proud of because he's always working on the project, always applying the things he's learning. And not only he works on my project, but he's also learning using other resources to learn too, which is how I always encourage you guys to go. That is how you'll get the results. I'm showing you guys all the basic things and all the foundational stuff you need to know, as well as we are doing some advanced stuff. Everything I'm showing you guys now are things I use on a day-to-day at work. Literally, there's no day that I'm not using any of this stuff I'm showing you. And the projects that I'm also sharing with you are very identical to how our infrastructure is set up at work. So by completing the project and understanding the project, you would be in a really, really good position when you start working. So he's been working on the project using other resources, and he texted me on WhatsApp this morning. He said he got a job. He didn't only get 1 offer; he has 2 offers. He's trying to decide um, which one he should take. And I should also add that for those of you that are always on the fence, well, I don't mean always. For those of you that are not sure when you are on the fence about is it possible to get jobs when you don't live in the United States? He doesn't live in the United States, and he was able to get a job from a company in the United States, and he got a job from a different company that is not also in the United States. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, yes, the job search everyone is different. There are some people that start work. start applying and they're able to get a job right away. And there are some people that are applying that it may take them time to get a job. What I'm saying is you will get your opportunity. The main thing is when your opportunity comes, you just want to be prepared, which is what we are doing here. But whether you get your opportunity or not, that is not a question. You will get it. Just continue to be consistent and don't take no for an answer. Apply. If you notice that whatever method you are using to apply is not working, perhaps we just have to switch up how you are applying or where you are applying from. But you'll get an opportunity. Sometimes you may have to, if you are not getting a callback, maybe it's how your resume is structured. Maybe you don't have certain keywords in it, but eventually you'll get your opportunity. And when you have your opportunity, how you can seize that moment is all the work you are doing now. So this particular person that I'm talking about, I know he's been putting in a lot of work. And when he finally message you guys will know who I'm talking about because some of you guys have even talked about him before. So I'm telling you guys, it's only a matter of time. And one thing about the tech industry is it doesn't really, sometimes they may tell you, oh yeah, if you are living in another country, but I feel that if you have the skill sets and you do an interview with a company and they see that you have the skill sets and they like you, they will hire you. That's one thing I like about the tech industry. People don't really care whether you're black, white, or wherever you come from. They only care about the skill sets you have. And those skill sets is what is going to make room for you. And that is what is going to get you in the door, which is why I'm always emphasizing on building your skills. Even if you feel like nothing is happening now, continue to work on your projects, work on new projects. If you feel you've mastered one, and continue to build your skills to prepare for when you get that opportunity. So he said he'll reach out to you guys whenever he's ready. So I just wanted to put it out there. All right. Mr. Larry, yes, we can talk after class. That's fine. Um,
I had a job interview this week too.
how
I
did
had
it go?
what I think it went okay. I was just because I they want me to do Azure, but they picked me because I also had some AWS experience.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of I don't know if I kind of was rushed a little bit because I ran some scripts for him and then I couldn't remember one of the commands and I was using my virtual machine, so I'm hoping that doesn't be a strike against me. but but everything else he was asking me went fine. Yeah.
So when
Um,
you ran into that issue with the command, did you panic or how did you try to resolve it? Did you say, you know what, I'm just gonna go on Google and try to find this? Did you try to use ChatGPT or did you just try to rely on your memory?
well, the first I was gonna go to ChatGPT, but I didn't go to ChatGPT first because I went to I had the right command to find it, but it was just my virtual machine itself was just taking a little long time to come up.
Oh, I see.
Um, but it was a start. It was a PowerShell command. I couldn't find. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. He wanted me to start up my services, and I couldn't remember. It came right to me after I got the interview
I
that it
see.
was start services start hyphen services. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to get hyphen help and then I put in services and I put the right thing in. It just took a while for it to come up. And I was like, I'm gonna put that in there because I can't remember exactly what the first part is to start services up.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I said I can also Google it and go to ChatGPT. He said that's an excellent thing you could use. He said the problem is it's a government job and you really can't use ChatGPT. I said, well, I can pull up Copilot and and my and my what is it
Yeah, VS Code.
and my VS Code, and he was like, oh yeah, they probably will let you use that, and that was just it. He was like, but don't worry about it. He said you on the right track. I was like, I don't know if he was just saying that to be nice.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember it right there. But as soon as I got off the call, I did a thank you note and told him I did remember it after. But my mind just went blank that 1 second just to actually remember the
Yeah,
commandment for that one.
it's fine. I mean, it sounds like you did the right thing. So the reason why I asked is sometimes they don't really penalize. Well, a good interviewer won't really penalize you because you don't remember a command. I don't even know a lot of the commands. I
Mm-hmm.
know the basic commands that change the directory, but if you ask me to, let's say I'm trying to manipulate a file and get in Linux now, I'll have to
Mm-hmm.
look up the command. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't remember the command. So a good interviewer would not penalize you on not knowing the command or not
Mm-hmm.
remembering, but on how you try to get that command. That's what I'll look at. I'll look
Right.
at, okay, you got stuck now. Did you just say, you know what, I don't know it, and that's it? Or did you try to do something to resolve the issue you are having, which I'm always telling you guys as a cloud engineer,
Mm-hmm.
half of what we do on a day to day is troubleshooting something. We're always
Mm-hmm.
troubleshooting. You can never get away from that. We are always troubleshooting something. So I don't think they'll penalize you on your command not working, but I think you show them the right step that you add Google as an alternative to use to resolve the issue. You also add ChatGPT. Yes, government, they don't let you use ChatGPT directly, but like you
Mm-hmm.
said, they do allow you to use those extensions on Visual Studio Code, which AWS adds as Code Whisperer, and there's
Mm-hmm.
GitHub Copilot that you can use, and they allow you to use those, which is almost like I feel like those are better because my coworker used the Copilot, and I saw that when he can just copy. There's a command he ran, and he copied asked the question on his line of code, and it will literally give him the exact answer he's looking for, just like ChatGPT. So, uh, did you?
Yeah.
And you also said, so your virtual machine, was it like kind of like those Linux server you install on your computer, or is that the one you were using during your interview?
I used that during my interview. I mean, I pulled it up. I already had it up, but I think it maybe went in idle or something like that. It,
It's
it
like,
might it might have just my nails. I probably just have fat fingers, so I probably just hit the wrong thing. But it came up, it was weird because it was just a little slow, and then it came up. So I'm probably gonna go back and change my configurations, something like that,
okay.
make sure there's no issues in that. But it came up, and what I did was I tried to switch over to my regular. What I did was I went to PowerShell,
Mm-hmm.
and because I believe I'm looking at the right command. So let me share my screen real quick. I
Okay.
went to I went to PowerShell in my computer, and I went there, and I just went to because I wanted to show them. I do have it here too. It's just that I wasn't sure because the HR lady, she really didn't know. She don't have any tech experience, so she didn't know. I couldn't ask her no tech questions, so she didn't know if I was gonna be running scripts for him because
I
he was
see.
like she was saying, oh, you had to be so advanced, and I was like, I said, well, I'm probably a four because I said I haven't been out the work industry for a while. I said my last job was a 360 Microsoft 365 support engineer, but I haven't worked in a while, so I'm not required to run scripts through PowerShell. I usually do everything through here, like when I'm working on a
Mm-hmm.
project. So that's what I was
Mm-hmm.
explaining to him. He was like, "No, that's not exactly what I want. I'm looking for." He was like, "You don't have to know everything." He was like, "That's impossible because there's so much, so
Mm-hmm.
much commands and functions
Mm-hmm.
in PowerShell." So he was like, "I just want to know if you know." If you between immediate to expert, and then he asked me on the skeleton. I was like, I'm probably right in the middle because I said I'm not. I know how to run more than the basic commands, and I said I know where to go to find it. And I was just telling myself I don't know. I said I know, but we was trained by like the main things is these commands right here are real important. Get command something like that. You can run this one, and that one will give you everything here.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you can run like I think I told him I said what was the next one? Get help. Yeah. So these are ones that my job will always be like very like on top of us about. Like if you're not
Mm-hmm.
sure about something, to run this, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll give you that, and then to
Mm-hmm.
get services, and that's the one I was having the issue with. I was like, but it wasn't. As soon as I went here, we was about to get off the phone. That's when it ran up. But I didn't have this up. I went and I switched back to the virtual machine, and this one came up.
Okay.
Get services, yeah. Get
Yeah.
help, get services, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was
So
fun.
that's like I said, yeah. So usually they don't penalize you on if you get stuck on something.
Mm-hmm.
They even like that. I think that's even a plus. Anytime you guys have an interview and you get stuck on something, how
Mm-hmm.
you go about resolving it is what they will be more interested in, as opposed to penalizing you for not remembering a command, because it's too
Yeah.
much command to remember. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'll say. But
And the job is they the projects they run is they migrating from, and I didn't even know that, but I, based on with the description, I was like, I'm assuming y'all either migrating y'all services from on-prem to to another cloud, to a cloud provider,
mhm.
which is Azure, because Azure use a lot of PowerShell. I was like, or yeah, migrating from one cloud to another. He was like, yeah, that's right. We actually migrating from one cloud to another, which is weird because government contracts, like when I was working with Microsoft, contract doing a Microsoft contract, we had customers, they actually would use multi-cloud, so they wouldn't use just one cloud provider. So I was weird that, I don't, maybe they just only using one cloud provider. I don't know, but I did tell him, and he asked me about my most recent, which has been my projects, and I told him I've been mentor here, so I do projects with you guys on Saturdays and stuff. So
Okay.
that's what I've been working on.
Yeah, that's
So
cool. Well, best of luck. I'm sure
I'm hoping.
you'll hear back from them and also continue to apply,
Yeah.
Don't stop at just one. Just continue to apply,
Mm,
and if you have other opportunities as well, entertain those opportunities. And
mm,
so that way you at the end, you might have multiple offers and you can pick which one is best for you. So
mhm.
yeah. But good job, man. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of all the effort you guys are making. And like I always said, it's only a matter of time.
One more thing. I did post this on Slack. I didn't know, because I know we have new people too that start, and I'm just doing my assignment one. Task one, I know it gave me, and I don't think Dave is here today. Dave is one of the guys I had referred, but he had that same problem when he pulled up the website on task one, and it wouldn't run. So when I did a troubleshoot it on that one. It was saying it was mixed content that was causing that. So I
Mhm.
just went into the script, the inside the HTML, and I changed it from HTTP to HTTPS, and it worked. So I just wanted to let anybody know if they may experience that on the
Oh,
browser on the front end side. So
okay. You can send that to me, but because um yeah, I want to see what that part that you changed. So I'll look at it. But normally for the
okay,
HTML site, those ones should just work because they are static websites, so they shouldn't give you. But I noticed, is it the one where it has the thing coming out of the ground?
yeah, because of new the browser is like I'm not, I don't use Microsoft Edge. I use just like Firefox or Chrome. They're
Hmm.
changing some stuff on their front end,
Yeah, I
and
see.
they're causing a lot of stuff to block it. And it's not something that has wrong on the back end. It's something, remember, I found this out when I was doing my project. So I'll just would troubleshoot the front of it, and when you come up, like I like to troubleshoot it first and foremost in Power and the Firefox, because it's just much cleaner. You can understand what they're saying, what the errors are sometimes. So
Hmm.
when I went into that and I brought it in, it said that it tells you specifically the two links that it's blocking. It was a JavaScript
Okay.
where the people
Yeah.
come up. I have the file, so I can give it to you,
Yeah, sure.
and you can
Okay,
see that.
cool.
And I also put the video inside the inside Slack. I put this video in Slack,
Oh,
so
okay, thank you. I'll check it out.
no
Thank you.
problem. Mhm.
All right, cool. Um, all right, thank you everyone. That's pretty much it for today. I'll see you guys next week, and I'll speak to some of you throughout the week. And yeah, Ahmed, I'll meet with you shortly after. So please be available because yeah, just be available. Because last time I missed you because I waited a little bit, but then I ended up getting caught up doing something else.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. So, all
Thank you,
right.
Aziz.
All right, Titus, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'll speak
All
to you
right.
Thank
guys.
you.
All right.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good
Aziz.
weekend.
All right, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.